Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Carolyn and Jana here with Holistic Institute of Wellness.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yes, we have kicked it off. 2022, here we come.
Here we come.
So, a lot of the times, Jana and I get asked, what is spiritual awakening? We get this question asked to us quite often. So, we thought it would be good just to share, I guess, our opinion of what that is.
And experiences.
Yeah. I think if you were to poll those of us that are in the spiritual community that work as coaches and healers, we all might explain it a little different, although we're probably all saying the same thing.
No doubt.
So, but we just thought we would share what it is to us.
Yes.
So my experience has been, it's like an elevation of my consciousness. For example, it's like a letting go of old thoughts, old patterns, belief systems, structures, things that I would consider that once served me that no longer do. And with the letting go of those, it's allowed me to expand more and to see more and to, I would say, come in touch with my just inner knowing more.
Absolutely. When my awakening came, it was quite a while back, and
Yeah, you've been awake for a long time.
yeah, I've been doing this for a good 30 years now, easily, and mine was a hard stop. Like, it was a hard stop. No, my life wasn't working anymore, and I knew it, and I was ready to change it up, and I was ready to go the other path and know that people might not like it, and people would think I was, being
Cuckoo?
interesting. And I just said, well, I'll just fly my freak flag and trust all that it'll go well. I couldn't do it any other way.
Yeah.
I couldn't do life any other way.
Yeah.
It was very clear that it was time for me to step into who I really was.
Yeah.
And that meant everything. That even to this day, I still work on the programming, the belief systems. I mean, it's always a work in progress.
It's ongoing.
It really is. It really is about the journey, not the destination.
Yeah.
And
I've always said that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It really is. And the journey, with it being a journey, just like if you take a road trip or a vacation, you encounter many, many things along the journey. So there are days when it feels really, really awesome. And there are days when it can be challenging. And there are days when you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And why am I doing this? And there are other days you're like, this is awesome. I'm so excited. Yeah. So, it's colorful.
Great word.
It's very colorful.
I like that.
At least
colorful.
That's been my experience.
I'll use that word. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And other things that along with spiritual awakening that we are often asked, it's like, well, how do you awaken? What do you do? And a lot of it, I think, is learning to surround yourself with like-minded individuals.
It helps, definitely.
Finding your tribe, getting involved with people or groups that you just resonate with. Because my experience has been, as I have continued to awaken and learn more about myself, it's just that shift in vibration or frequency, and I guess things that I used to do, they really just no longer serve me, and I know that. And so if I were to keep doing them, then it would go against what I'm feeling.
Right.
And I've also found that to be true in just, my relationships with different people, or even just participating in other group organizations. And it's not that there's anything wrong with anyone whatsoever. It's just that frequency and that vibration is just aligning you into something else, or maybe something more of what you are being called to do. Not what you're supposed to do, but answering that inner call.
Right. Or known as the clarion call. That was a very popular term, and it's true. It's a real thing after 2012 especially, but the clarion call even came way back in the 60s. It was the first wave of those of us that were awakening because of what was actually going to happen that we are now experiencing, if that makes sense. But I know before I had my real big hard stop, I would get nudges and these feelings, and it could be anything. It could be either I knew all of a sudden what I was eating, I just wasn't comfortable eating it anymore. I was starting to get uncomfortable around people who may have been gossiping. It just wasn't comfortable. It wasn't funny anymore. It wasn't comfortable.
Or negative self-talk.
And negative self-talk.
That's another big one. Yeah.
And so sometimes a lot of people will begin to get nudges as opposed to a big awakening. Again, everybody's got their own soul journey. So it really depends on what we would say, what the soul set up. And it just depends. Can people have a gentle awakening? Do people need maybe a little bit of a more aggressive awakening? As we all know, people have had near-death experiences, and that's been their awakening. Everybody's written in something different. So
that's true. It is really different for everyone.
Yeah. There's no guidebook. There's no manual. But there's a knowing. There's a feeling that your normal world is changing somehow.
Yes.
And so.
Yeah. And as a collective, you know, we've been moving through third, fourth, and moving into fifth dimensional energies. So this gets a little confusing sometimes in explaining and also understanding, because a lot of people are like, well, what's going to happen to all the people in the third dimension? Like, are they just going to all fall away? Or are we just going to be transported somewhere else? Or, you know, and I'm not going to sit here and claim to tell you I know the exact answer to that. What I am going to share with you is that as we've been moving through these dimensions, again, it's that lightening of spirit, it's that awakening of our soul, and it's what I refer to, what Jana and I often refer to together, as dropping density. So as a collective, we have moved through this huge space in this 3D reality, and now we're moving through this fourth dimensional reality, and then we're headed more into this fifth dimensional reality. And although it doesn't necessarily always look like it out here, it's an internal job, and that's what we want to really impart upon you all today, is everything, it's internal.
Yes.
So when you feel that energy and vibration, that higher frequency inside you, your outward experience begins to represent it.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Has that been your experience?
Absolutely. That's very true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So when you get your frequency aligned internally, in other words, doing things that make you happy, doing things that you feel integrity about,
correct,
honoring yourself, your natural state of being rises. And then you begin to attract people, circumstances, situations that mirror that. And that's how we're all moving into the fifth dimension. But it all starts here. There's nothing external out there that we're going to just step into that's going to make it fifth dimension. It starts here, and then we step into it.
Right. And we have to. The higher dimensions, we just simply won't see it, feel it, until we have done some work, because again, it's a frequency game, like we always say. It is always a vibration frequency game.
It is.
It really is, and it's a cellular game, right? It's your bodies are literally responding to all of this, whether you're conscious of it or not.
Yes.
They truly, truly are. And when people talk about light body, I don't know how many of you have heard the term light body, but it's a real thing, and our cells are literally lighting up, and we are illuminating from the inside out, and that is also taking place with the higher consciousness that we choose to walk in. And that's just simply because if we are choosing to work on our stuff, process our pardon the redundancy, our stuff.
That's a good word, Janet.
Okay, stuff.
Stuff.
So it drops away. It's
Yeah.
density. It drops away. Density is just a vibration.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all that material objects are. They're just dense material.
That's right. Even what we're sitting on.
Right.
It's just dense material. So
Right.
so just keep that in mind as you all are going through your own process. You know, we're in just such an amazing time right now. Oh my gosh, you know, the planets are really helping us out here. You know, we've got big planets in that are squaring and trining and conjunctions and all sorts of things. You know, the big planets like Uranus and Saturn and Pluto. You know, planet of Pluto being the planet of death and transformation, and Saturn being like the rule follower, and you got to get this done, and Uranus being the rebel. You know, time for a new change, new way. All of this is taking place right now. So we're seeing a lot of polarity. We're seeing a lot of things come to light. We're seeing a lot of truths, you know, that are being presented. So pay attention, be aware, and just look for those answers inside versus out here.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And again, the configurations that are taking place astrologically, right? So we certainly get this a lot. It's we get questions. How do you know this?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, even if people can't hear our experiences, because they sound, you know, they can sound pretty far out there, it's literally written in the stars.
Yes.
I mean, it always has been. This is nothing new.
Yes.
It's just really becoming apparent now, thank gosh. And it's the time for us to hear it.
Yeah.
There's a difference between hearing and really hearing it.
Well, yes, hearing and listening are two different
And
things.
listening, thank
right?
you. Yes. And we are there.
Yes, we
And
are.
so astrologically, we have the support of the cosmos.
Yeah.
I mean, even our ancestors have said this time and time again. It's in scrolls, it's in papers, it's in books and prophecies.
Yeah.
It's nothing new.
That's right.
It's just a different time, so we're seeing it differently, hearing it differently,
And experiencing it
and
different.
experiencing it very differently.
Yes. Well, all right, Jana, let's take a few moments and draw a card today just
Okay.
to support us in this spiritual awakening that we're all
Yes.
going into. So if everybody will just take a moment and just take a deep breath and close your eyes maybe for a moment and just try and connect into your center, if you will. Maybe place your hands on your heart chakra there for just a moment, and we'll just call in all of our beautiful divine teams and ask for a card to just come forth to help us at this time in our spiritual awakening.
Yes. Okay.
Ooh,
Personal power. Hoping you can
great
see that.
card.
Personal power. That's actually, once again, quite timely. Quite timely. I want to say root chakra. Number
Actually,
13? Number
it
13?
is our solar
Oh,
plexus.
Solar.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Okay.
So solar plexus chakra, for those of you that are new to the chakra
That's true.
system,
Mm-hmm.
right in the power center.
Our willpower.
Our willpower,
That's true.
where we set our energetic boundaries. So the message for the card is you have called upon this card today because it is time to step fully into your power. We are living a truly exciting time here on earth, and we are all encouraged and invited to live more from a place of empowerment.
Nice.
Over time, we have learned to hand over our power to other people and situations, which has created an imbalance and inequality. Sometimes we feel like other people know what's best for us and the situation at hand, and due to a lack of self-love and honor, we give our power over to them. It is now time to connect to your own wisdom, love, and personal power. Everything you require is within you. It's like they were listening to our conversation. I love when this happens. Now it is time to look within and listen to that loving wisdom and your own divine guidance. It is time to connect with your soul. At times, power can be misunderstood as a negative or controlling expression that comes from the ego. However, the power we are all talking about here is love. And love comes from a deep place within our heart and soul. Questions are, have you been handing your power over to others? Now is the time for you to reel it back in. It is time for you to make your own decisions and choices and allow the power of your soul to shine through to create and manifest your heart's desires. Connecting with your personal power will bring an abundance of opportunity and magic to your life. The power of the universe is surging through you at all times. Harness this power and enhance your life and well-being. Know you are supported fully by your higher self and the universe in this powerful and exciting transition. And the affirmation is, I am empowered.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Great card, everyone.
Wow.
Good pull. Great pull.
So the awakening, right?
Mm-hmm.
People find their power
It's true.
when they awaken.
That's very
It's
true.
actually a beautiful, beautiful card to pull today.
Yeah.
They do. We all do. We
Yeah.
find our power.
Yeah, and we step into that and we do feel empowered
Mm-hmm.
through this process.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like it's that knowing, and it
Yes.
really brings that personal power, and you can feel that just running through you, and when it activates your solar plexus, you can feel that energy moving through literally each center of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
That's
Love
perfect.
it, Jana. All right, everyone. Thanks so
Okay,
much.
everybody. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you joining us today.
Absolutely. And have a beautiful, beautiful day and a beautiful new year.
Yes.
Just slow and steady out there.
Yep.
That's my motto anymore.
Yep.
Just slow and steady.
Slow and steady.
Okay.
Have a beautiful February, everyone.
Yes.
Remember to spread the love. Be the love. You know,
There you go.
love yourself, love someone. Just spread that love, because that's what we're here to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks so
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.